on, where the hell is it? Where is it? Where the hell is it? Yeah, well, guess what? Could be worse. I'm trying to find where the chat is in OBS, and it's gone because I had popped it out. So that's gonna be fun to try and deal with. The only way to do it is to look on there, but the problem with that is that sometimes... Oh, wait! Nah, I guess I'll just use my phone. Fuck it. Yeah. OBS. I'm trying to look at it in OBS. Like, I can see it on the stream. You can see it on the stream. Yeah. Straight with OBS. Oh, I didn't set that up. Yeah, no, I know how to. I know how to fix it. It's disconnect and reconnect your Twitch account, but I'm not doing that right now, so screw it. I can see the chat. Yeah, exactly. Well, I know. Peter Schrager's mock draft is the one we're looking at first. Oh, if you have a good one, I will take... Oh, please, link it if you can. No, I want it to be updated for the latest thing. So, like, San Fran has to be in the right spot. That's all. Yes, the Sam Darnold. Oh God, Sam Darnold. Maybe he will do well. I hope he doesn't, but that's because I'm a Saints fan and I don't need him doing well. It's like, yep. So, where'd the guy go? Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he just went to your team, and it's like, really? It is hell. The Falcons suck. I mean, we have Jameis with LASIK. He's doing water exercises. This is going to help him, apparently. Man. You know what I don't get? What the hell is wrong with Teddy Bridgewater? What did he do wrong? Besides hold on to the ball for way longer than he needed to. Honestly, he gave his all for the team this year, but they want someone younger. I'll give you that. They want someone younger. They want someone less bum leg, I guess, less of an injury risk. He found a way to get Sam Darnold. Those memes that the Panthers were posting were dated back to March 29th. They had already had them made. They just needed to wait for the deal to go through. He's 28? He's 28? Jeez, yeah, apparently multiple teams are interested in trading for Teddy Bridgewater. No shit. He can start. We saw that all of last year. Yeah, I'm not even kidding you. He's 28. This dude should not have to have... Because in 2019, Teddy Bridgewater was on the Saints, backing up and getting himself ready for a job. That was the point of it. It was for him to get that 1 year of experience, or another year of experience, and figure everything out. And then he got a chance to start, and it ended up thrusting him so that the Panthers picked him up. I just realized that this thing is a bit lower than normal. There we go. Alrighty, it is 7 o'clock. And do you know what that means? It means it's time to get into the everything! So, Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of Goal to Go Live. I am your host, Ben Schluter. We got a few things on the docket today. We've got the NFL move, quick little Watson update, because apparently I have to keep talking about this. Actually, I choose to keep talking about this because it's quite interesting. Then we have the mock draft. Yes, I'm finally putting this in the time slot it deserves, the prime slot, the one when everyone's here. Then I have to go into my university because apparently my life doesn't get better. No, because LSU didn't screw itself over this week. No, that was only 2 days ago. 2 days. This wasn't even a week. Just, why? Why do you do the things that you do? And then NCAA March Madness stuff. So yeah, let us begin with the NFL move of the week. Yeah, the Jets traded QB Sam Darnold to the Panthers for a 6th-rounder in 2021 and a 2020 and 2022 second and 4th-round picks. So basically nothing. Not much. You didn't give up much for Sam Darnold, who was a top 5 pick only 4 years ago. How the mighty fall and fail miserably. If only there were some reason for this. Looks at Adam Gase with furious anger. Seriously? There's a difference between wasting a guy's potential and being the actual cancer that has metastasized inside the entire Jets organization. Luckily, they did some chemotherapy by getting rid of your stupid ass. Just... Sorry, random thing just popped up on my feed. Apparently, the University of Hartford, which just made the D1 tournament this year, they might be they're exploring a move back down to D3. That's not important. What is important is that Darnold is now united with a guy who saw a lot of potential in him. Lots of potential in him. And, I mean, yeah. Matt Rule had admired him at USC, apparently. They had apparently done some things, I don't know what, but yeah. Now he gets to reunite with him, with Robbie Anderson, who was also in New York. He gets out of a terrible organization. Granted, we don't know what that's going to look like now. They're going to have Zach Wilson. We already know that. We already knew that, by the way. But they're going to have Zach Wilson. Oh, God. Don't remind me of the fact that Flipper Anderson once had 330-something yards against the Saints in the 1980s, all thanks to overtime, damn it. Anyway, yeah. So, here's my question about the Carolina Panthers. What's your problem with Teddy Bridgewater? What did he do wrong? Seriously, what did he do wrong this year? He had a pretty decent season. Like, did you forget the Chiefs game where he nearly led you to a comeback victory? Did you forget that several times during this season, it was Teddy Bridgewater that kept you in games? Like, really? What's wrong? He's 28. He is 28 years old. What did he do wrong? How has he been on He's going to be on 5 teams. He's been on the Vikings, Jets, Saints, Panthers, and then whoever else he goes to. He's 28. He suffered a career-ending injury. And then he went to the Jets. I don't know which was worse. A potential career-ending injury. And then he went to the Jets. Like, seriously, I don't know which one is worse. And to be honest, one might call a move to the Jets a career-ending injury. Yeah, so I don't understand it. Who's it? How much latency is there? Jesus. Anyway, let's get to a quick Deshaun Watson update. Yes, because apparently we have to keep talking about him, because he keeps being in the news for being a piece of shit. So the number is at 22, apparently. 2 of the women have now come forward. One of them came forward, the other released a statement, which I guess is as close as anyone else has. And, she talked about how it was traumatic. I did not watch the interview. You see, I don't need that kind of uncomfort in my life, because I'm an LSU student right now, and I have to read about other types of discomfort. Yeah. What point? How much latency is there? Jesus. Oh, never mind. Yeah, nah. And by the way, I have a whole ass segment dedicated to that later. But still, Nike dropped their sponsorship of Deshaun Watson. What a shock. It took you fucking long enough. Probably had to deal with some contract shit. You're putting your fork down. Dude, putting a fork down is not that difficult. Step 1, place fork on table. Step 2, done. Forks are not that difficult. It is not a fork lift. It is a fork-a. I will be an annoying sack of shit. All I want. That's kind of what I do here, isn't it? Anyway, back to the yelling. Yeah, so now Rusty Hardin, again, the worst ever attorney name, has said, he wants a third accuser, named publicly. And it's Busby's fine, but you have to do it confidentially, and then Hardin's no, you can't do that according to state law, and I'm I don't understand Texas state law. My state law is based on a Napoleonic code, which means that it's dumb and stupid. For those of you who aren't aware, the bar exam of the state of Louisiana is the dumbest thing ever imagined by human beings. It is the hardest bar exam, bar none, in this entire country. Yes, pun intended. And it's because our law is so different. Out. Really? Good. Good joke. Good answer. Anyway. Yeah. There really wasn't that much this time, actually. Oh, I'm sorry. One other thing. Busby noted that of the 18 women that came forward in that statement saying that Watson had been great to them, one of them had contacted him and said, yeah, about that. That's not exactly true. And, yeah, that's a problem. Because you got the same person saying something in public if they are in private, and two different things. It's what? Sorry, just grabbing chips. Mate, I did not need that trending on our Oakland Raiders AP source thingy. What I especially didn't need was for it to stay. Yes, Lay's barbecue, the end. Good shit, man. I don't do Doritos. I don't do corn chips. Corn chips are not my type of thing. Alright? Yeah. Now, if I were to look at this. Oh, sweetie. Why won't it let me scroll? Oh, because it... Yeah, because it's stupid. I forgot about that. I would say... should Deshaun be suspended right now? That's a legitimately good question. I don't think that they have enough to do anything yet, because it's still all allegations. It's going to take a while. But definitely, after the McNair family comes out with a statement to season ticket holders saying, like, they're very concerned about the situation, it's like, yeah, y'all know right now he's not playing for you next year. You're lucky you have a guy in Tyrod Taylor. You have Tyrod Taylor, and then you have Ryan Finley, but knowing how Tyrod Taylor kind of works, then maybe Ryan Finley will become God? I think if you're the Texans, you try and you keep his ass away from the anything. Oh, yeah. He can't catch a break. What he can catch is apparently a needle in his damn lungs. How? How does that happen? It doesn't make sense. Anyway. Let's move along. You know, I think the best way to do this is to add let's make this a separate window, because that would make more sense. And then we'll add window capture. Well, that's big. That's what she said. Hey, would you look at that? This is gonna be fun to try and deal with. I have now found a spot for everything. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Got it. So. Let's see what this looks like. I've not looked at this yet, but I know one of the dumbest parts of it. So the top 3 is correct. There is nothing wrong with this top 3, although I don't think Mac Jones is the 3rd best quarterback. I think that's who they're going to take. Number 4, the New England Patriots, via a trade with the Falcons, select Justin Fields. Okay, so I can see the Falcons trading out of the 4 spot. Frankly, I don't think there's anything there for them to get. Or at least what they want. They don't need a quarterback right now. Doesn't feel like the franchise is making moves towards a quarterback. That's not your biggest area of weakness, you dipshits. I'll explain it. You can read it on there. The thing about this is that I don't think the Falcons would move back that far. Because Patrick Surtain has been a guy that I've seen that if the Falcons don't move, he might go there. The Falcons don't have a secondary. You have AJ Terrell, but he's young and he gets burned sometimes. You can't just have him. You need something. I've seen other mock drafts. This mock draft, I actually looked through the first 15 picks. Has the Falcons going with the linebacker. Definitely could see that. But 11 spots back, you're not getting Surtain. Surtain's a top 10 pick. Then number 5 is Jamar Chase. Again, I've said this multiple times. I can see the Bengals going this way. I think Penei Sewell is the correct choice, but Jamar Chase did kind of magical things. Can confirm I was there for some of them. I still can't believe the shit he did. My God, that 2019 team was good. Why did it have to come back to bite us in the ass? We'll talk about that later. It's not just any wide receiver. It's the one that Joe Burrow keeps telling the Bengals, draft this guy. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. It's like, look, if we get Jamar Chase, we have A, a weapon, B, a weapon I have a little bit of a repertoire with, and C, a weapon that can kind of burn everyone. A reminder, AJ Terrell looked mortal in the national title game against Jamar Chase. He didn't look mortal, he looked like a scrub. Jamar Chase was burning his ass left and right, leaving him in his dust. There were first and second round picks last year that all went up against Jamar Chase, and all of them looked like trash. This man is kind of good at football. Then you got, Rashawn Slater. Apparently, some teams think that Rashawn Slater is going to come off the board first. Now, I don't think the Dolphins are even going to go tackle. I think they're going to go wide receiver. I feel like they want Devontae Smith. Number one, hey, you know who's got a repertoire with Devontae Smith? You're right, it's your current fucking quarterback. Number two, unless Rashawn Slater is a right tackle, I don't see it. They need a right tackle more than they need a left tackle. You know why? Tua is a lefty. They need a blindside blocker. All right. Number 7, via a trade with the Lions, the Cardinals get Kyle Pitts. The Cardinals apparently would give up this year's first rounder, next year's their first, and then I don't think the Lions would sit. I don't think the Lions would sit at the number 7. I'll tell you this. The Lions at number 7 feel like a sitting duck. Because it's like the guy they want to draft is like, I can't say who. But you fall out of that spot. I don't know what the hell they want because I don't know what Dan Campbell's philosophy is. Frankly, Lions need to pick defense. That's all I know. Who the fuck gives up 2 firsts for a tight end? This isn't a tight end. This is a tight end that ran a 4.44 40-yard dash, and he didn't have a good start. He didn't run it in a straight line, man. Alrighty? He actually had to correct himself, and he ran a 4.44. This dude is Calvin Johnson in tight end form. He ran a 4.44 at 6'5", 285. And a reminder, he didn't do it in a straight line. This dude has maybe 4.4 speed. I genuinely think he could have ran it maybe a 4.41 or even a 4.4. Same thing happened, by the way, with Justin Fields. He didn't get a great start. We're going to see another 40-yard dash coming up. Yeah, and I think if the Falcons are to trade out of their spot, I think this is where you pick a Patrick Surtain if you're the Lions. Patrick Surtain would be available by that point because no team has draft capital, and it would be the Lions would be perfect spot. Just pick it. I mean, I know they tried picking a cornerback last year, but you can also blame that on the fact that Matt Patricia's defensive abilities are highly overrated. Then the Panthers would pick Penei Sewell. No, that's not what I think. I mean, look, the Panthers were never going to pick a quarterback. Offensive line, I can see it. I think Kyle Pitts is going to be available for them there, and that's who they're going to pick. And if they don't, I'll be happy. But if you're a Panthers fan and they don't, you're going to be pissed off. It isn't worth... How bad does Matt Patricia's house smell? I don't know, but frankly, no matter what, I don't think Matt Patricia could defend it, because he really can't defend anything, can he? We saw that over the last 3 years. Yeah. So look at this! It's Trey Lance to the Denver Broncos. What? I'm sorry, what? I get Drew Lock hasn't been anything special, which... Trust me, I could have told you that shit. He was a Missouri quarterback. Those have worked out before. It's like, right, because those guys have worked out. He didn't look it. He just didn't look the part. I mean, Trey Lance ain't going number 3. I could see him going. The Broncos could do it. They need defense. Cowboys, Patrick Surtain. If Patrick Surtain falls that far and the Cowboys don't pick him, that's a problem. Means the Cowboys don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, they need run game help. Because their run defense last year was... a train wreck would be a compliment for how bad their run defense was. Like Ohio State's QBs have worked out. Have you ever... Okay, fine. I'm talking about recently. A. And B. That was just a shot at a conference rival I got to make. Fuck Missouri. And what they did this year. You injured my boy. No, that was our shitty offensive line that injured my boy, Miles Brennan. Then you got the Giants. Micah Parsons. Yeah, I honestly think that he's going to go right there. I honestly think that that's exactly where Micah Parsons goes. He's going to be right there. Giants need a linebacker. No, Missouri isn't a rival of LSU, but they beat us last year, and frankly, I'm still pissed off about it because we had that game wrapped up. I am very pissed off about that game. Jalen Waddle. I'm sorry, but this required Devontae Smith to be the third wide receiver off the board. Not happening. If everything goes the way you think it is, Mr. Schrager, which I don't think it is, the Eagles are probably going to pick a wide receiver there. Actually, no, I think Jalen Waddle is going to go 12. Who am I kidding? Because I think he's going to be the third guy available. Like, I think Waddle goes there. It's just not the way you're putting it. Yeah, Darisaw is a great pick for the Chargers. I keep seeing a lot of names for the Chargers, and Darisaw is a good offensive tackle. Then you've got Kwity. Oh my god. Fuck! Kwity Paye. He's a pass rusher. Edge rusher. Yeah, the Vikings don't have a pass rush. Or a secondary. But at least they tried addressing the secondary in the offseason. So, edge rusher. Who with... I don't know what else do they need. Do they need, like... linebackers would help. Look at this, though. Look at this for the Falcons. Getting another linebacker. The Bucks have Devin White and Levante David, and how's that working out? Yeah, well, they also have Jason Pierre-Paul because they can rush the damn passer. Plus, that team doesn't have a secondary. That's You really think J.C. Horn? Genuinely, I think J.C. Horn goes later. I think that they would need to go for a tackle. If they were to pick a cornerback, yes, they would pick J.C. Horn. I honestly don't know how he shot up draft boards, honestly. But that's also because I watched one SC football game this year. I watched one South Carolina game this year. 2. Okay, in the second one, he was actually really good. In the first one against LSU, that was the game that I think got Will Muschamp fired. Like, the game afterward, they finally fired his ass, but like, ugh. Yeah. Then you got the Lions, and if they would trade with the Cardinals to 16, there's no way they are trading back 9 picks. Getting Devontae Smith. Look, Lions might need to get a wide receiver, honestly. What do you mean by might, man? They do. They won't get Devontae Smith, because he's going to the Dolphins in my book. I'd be shocked if the Dolphins didn't pick a wide receiver. It'll either be Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith, whoever is available. It's either If Jamar Chase is available, they'll pick him. If he's not, they pick Smith. That's what I think is going to happen. That's how I think that this whole thing's going to go down. Then you've got the Vegas Raiders. They would pick some random dude out of Northwestern. I have not watched enough Northwestern football to give a shit. Yeah. Dolphins, Najee Harris. Oh my god, I forgot. I'm sorry. You think the Dolphins, in all their infinite wisdom, would pick a running back in the first round that early? What's conventional wisdom tell you? Don't do that. However, I will say I would love for them to do that, just to keep him out of our division. Though we do have to play the Dolphins this year. Yeah, I don't see it. It's like, oh, but he'd be joining his college teammate. Amazing. And do they need a running back? No. That's why they pick an offensive lineman. I see you flip it. They need a wide receiver first, then they get the offensive lineman. Conventional wisdom says the Dolphins will fuck it up somehow. Fair enough. Trayvon Moehrig. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is one of Peter Schrager's big ones. He's very talented, apparently. Yeah, but TCU wasn't good this year. But then again, good players play on bad teams all the time. Cries and Jabril Cox. This guy's good. Apparently. And Washington needs a secondary. Washington definitely needs a secondary because only thing they got going for them is their front line. They don't have a quarterback, which, by the way, really, you decided not to address it. Or, also, really, you couldn't get Sam Darnold? What were you offering that the freaking Panthers weren't? Or what weren't you offering, excuse me? The Panthers gave up a 6th, a 2nd, and a 4th. What weren't you willing to give up? That's nothing. Yeah, the Bears picking a wide receiver. I could see it. They need an offense. The defense last year carried them in some games. Their offense was so bad. How did we nearly lose to their asses in that freaking regular season game? That game was awful. I sat through, nearly 70 minutes of football there. God, it was terrible. They need a replacement for Allen Robinson. Kadarius Toney was pretty good. Can confirm from having watched his ass 3 straight years against our defense, or whatever you want to call last year's team, because that definitely wasn't a defense. J.C. Horn to the Colts. I mean, if he falls that far, hell yeah. Any team that needs a secondary guy, J.C. Horn. I mean, I would really like it if he could fall just a few places farther to, us, so he could play on the Saints, because that'd be really cool. You know? That'd be cool. I would totally be down for that. Come on, guys, just keep passing on him. Do it. Do it. Let us have him. Come on, you gotta do it. He's definitely for the Saints, too. It would be come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah, he was good. An edge rusher to the Titans. The Titans do need an edge rusher. Pretty good. Jets. Rondale Moore. Oh my god. Rondale Moore is such a boomer bust pick. So look. If you're the Jets, you need a wide receiver. You don't pick a guy like Rondale Moore because he's too boomer bust. Well, no, if you're the Jets, I can see it doing it. He's boomer bust because in his first season, he went off. In his freshman season, he went off. Then he gets injured in his second season, and he only plays 3 games in his third. Yeah, Moore is going to be an early second-round pick. He's got early second-round pick potential. In the sense that you wouldn't waste a first-rounder on him, because if he busts, he busts. It's okay if you're willing to gamble on a second-round pick. Gambling on a first-round pick is not worth it. Not with a guy like this. Jalen Phillips is a great pick. Landon Dickerson, center, Alabama. This is a perfect pick that no one should think about. Why do they have an ACL tear? And then an edge rusher for the Jags. Definitely a good move. I think the Jaguars are a good team in 5 years. Hopefully, Urban Meyer will make it that far. Damn it, man. We didn't need a reference to Neil Ciceriga's bustin'. An invisible man sleeping in your bed. Anyway. Yeah, Jason Owe. Then, an edge rusher for the Browns. Yeah, the Browns also do need that. Gregory Rousseau would be cool. I don't know. Caleb Fairley, cornerback. Hold on a minute. I'm going to, skip over this one because I don't really care about the Ravens. A linebacker. I don't think this is a terrible move. I'm not kidding you because I watched Zaven Collins. If he's the guy I'm thinking of, Landon Dickerson. Landon Dickerson was the center for Alabama this year. To give you an example, to tell you how big that is, Alabama's entire offensive line won the Joe Moore Award for Best Offensive Line. And I've said this, if you can't figure out who to pick in the draft, figure out whatever position of need you have and find an Alabama offensive lineman that can fit there. Because you'll find him. That's how good it was. Anyway, Zaven Collins was fast. Yeah. The Saints are in a fork in the road period as a franchise. It's like, just don't drive the point home any fucking harder, man. I don't need it. All right? Both of my football teams right now are not going through the greatest of times. Though one of them, granted, at least isn't involved in a sack. Oh, wait, that's right. Never mind. Anyway, look who it is. It's Nick Bolton. Yeah, if the Green Bay Packers draft a linebacker, I won't be shocked. Yeah. I think Zaven Collins is a good pick. I mean, if the Saints don't go cornerback, they need to have a cover linebacker. Because we had a guy, Benny got an ACL tear. However, and this is key, we don't have anything in terms of depth at the safety position, depth in defensive secondary. We don't have shit there. Marcus Williams got re-signed in part because of his ability to play 2 or 3 positions. I might do... I can't do a mock draft very well. Because the thing is, for the Saints, I don't know who the hell a 7th round guy is. I'm not a very great talent evaluator because I don't watch enough college football and I don't watch tape. You know why? Because right now, I got a research project that's due in 8 days. And you know what I'm doing right now? Procrastinating it like crazy because fuck doing research projects, I want to talk about football. They tell you, my project is, oh my god. So my research project is just a general one. Basically, you had to choose a route. I chose I-35. You have to go through the vegetation. It's for geography, by the way. Vegetation, climate, and topographic regions within. The topographic regions one is pretty easy because it's all flat. I-35 stretches from Laredo to, Minneapolis. North-south. And it's yeah, There's like 5 elevations. Yeah, the elevation difference in that region is probably maybe a few hundred feet at most. And then we also have to go into one specific area of like human geography, and so I'm looking at religion in the landscape, mainly because I found this one map, it was cool, and so now I have to look for all this stuff. It's actually quite interesting when you recognize that, holy cow, there are a lot of Catholics in Iowa. I'm sorry, in Kansas. There are a lot of Methodists in Iowa. That's the word I was looking for. Well, it's not sociology, it's just a basic summary of stuff. I'm not actually doing that much research in the field, I'm just looking through reference books. Like, it's undergrad stuff. Like, it isn't real stuff. Trust me, if I were to do a real research project, it would be on sports. I could write a doctoral thesis on that shit. No, I couldn't. I would not do that. Unless I was given the ability to look through whatever I wanted, in which case, yes, I would. Seriously, you don't understand how badly I just want to write a book on every freaking Arena Football team and Arena Football 2 team from 1987 to 2020. I would write that book. I would write that book because I have nothing better to do, and also I need someone to have a documented history of the New Haven Ninjas, a team that I did not make up. I would do it if I had the time, energy, and motivation. Alrighty, if someone paid me to do that shit, I'd do it in a heartbeat, and I'd do it for 3 years. Right now, my ass is talking about sports. Let's look at the rest of these. Asante Samuel Jr. to the Buffalo Bills. I think the Bills do need a cornerback. It could be decent. That'd be pretty good. I don't know. The Chiefs, Terrace Marshall, really? Whew, I'm sorry, the Bucks picking a QB. Davis Mill. Mills over Trask. Dude, I watched Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask is not a good quarterback at all. He's terrible. Kyle Trask is overrated because he played against shitty defenses because for some reason this year, every SEC team forgot how to play defense. Like, seriously. In the first round. He's the QB from Stanford. Trask is a poor man's Jack Bennett. Oh, man. Okay. My God, that is one way of putting it. Man, a poor man's Chad Pennington. And Chad Pennington ain't no high-class QB. He's more middle-class QB. Hey, Dolphins won a division title under him. With him at the helm. Yeah. So anyway. That is the end of Mock the Mock Draft. Let's get back to the show. Because goddamn do we have a bunch of bullshit to talk about. Before we get into the Title IX stuff, which I'm going to do at the end because y'all need to hear... Nah, let's do that in the middle. No, let's do it at the end. Let's do it at the end. Let's start off with an LSU baseball recap. God damn it. This weekend was not fun. This past weekend was not good. At all. So, first of all, Vanderbilt, number 2 team in the nation, believe they were number 2, swept our asses. Swept us. Okay? I was expecting it. What I wasn't expecting was how bad it would be. We got outscored a combined 29-7. 29-7. 29-7 in 3 games. We lost the first game 13-1. Stop. Anyway, 13-1 in the first game, 11-2 in the second, and 5-4 in the third. At least we got better. It couldn't get any worse, could it? Oh, God. So, in the second game, we took Jack Leiter deep. Amazing. No one had done that, seriously. So, that's cool. But, early in the second inning, Jaden Hill got injured. He is our ace. He's the guy he's our best pitcher. This is a team that gave up a total of 29 runs over 3 days. You can see how being the best pitcher isn't exactly that big a deal. It wasn't just any old injury. It was an injury to his pitching arm. He's out for the year. Okay, honest to God, whatever goddamn motherfucking siren needs to keep going on out there, could you shut the fuck up? Anyway, apologies for that. I'm a little pissed off. Yeah. But luckily, last night... Man. I don't believe there is. Actually, what the hell? What the hell? How are y'all 13-5? How the hell is Nebraska 13-5? What? Oh, I know they're just playing. Damn. This ain't bad at all. I mean, you're playing nobody, so it helps. But hey, 13-5. All conference, exactly. But all conference, hey, not bad. You won 2 out of 3 against 4. What the fuck kind of bullshit is that? You know, everyone else is basically on the same field. What the hell? Kind of these 4-game series, 3-game. What the hell? Let's look at. I mean, I know Pitt's been doing decent. Oh, wait, they're 14-10 and 9-9 in the fucking hell. Well, at least they beat frickin' West Virginia a couple days ago, so that's good. Trying to find... Oh, they fucked. How the hell... Hold on a minute. They beat Georgia Tech 18-12. Jeez. What is pitching? I'm asking for myself, because clearly we don't know what it is. But let's talk about some Final Four. You want to talk about some Final Four? Let's talk about some Final Four, baby. Because, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, our midweek game against McNeese State, we won 14-1. So, you know, just the usual kicking the shit out of teams that we need to beat. Thank God. Let's talk about that Final Four. Let's start with Baylor versus Houston. Well, that was an underwhelming disappointment. Hey, Houston, you want to try doing anything? No? Not at all? You've given up on trying doing anything? Okay. Proceeds to lose by 19. Well, okay, Baylor. You're really good, aren't you? This was apparently what we like to call foreshadowing. I think we gotta talk about that Gonzaga UCLA game. Holy shit! That Gonzaga UCLA game was really good. Maybe the best basketball game I've ever seen. I have a friend who goes to UCLA, and yeah, it was funny. It was very funny. It was hilarious. Oh, man. It was so good. Because I was like, no! Okay, well, at least we're going into double overtime. Ah! I didn't know it was going in until that bank off the backboard was like, oh, this baby went. Oh, yeah. It's like, boom. Oh. I was like, no. Ah! That's what she said. Well, anyway, let's not go anywhere with that because no. Just that whole game. UCLA was the first team to actually take Gonzaga to task. Show off like, hey, we're actually decent or something. Yeah. Which only begs the question, hey, UCLA, where was this the first every other game of the year? Remember when you were ranked and you lost to San Diego State? Remember when you came in on a 5-game losing streak? Remember that? What happened? Why can't you stay consistent? This is the same team that last year had 10-point losses to Long Beach State and Hofstra, and then finished the season second in the entire Pac-12. On the bubble somehow, by the way. Because reasons. This team is too inconsistent. Mate, you can make all the Will Wade jokes you want, but frankly, they're meaningless now. Because we've had enough bullshit. I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. So, yeah. Holy shit, what a shot. Wow. I'm not shitting on the Aztecs. I'm saying that you're not supposed to lose to them when you're ranked 22nd in the nation and no one thinks they're good yet. You're not supposed to lose non-conference games. Not when you're UCLA, a team that ends up making, the Final Four. A team that ends up showing that they're pretty good. If you're a good team, you stay consistently good. Unless you're LSU, for some reason. See, because we had a ton of talent and we still couldn't fucking do anything. Anyway. Good for him. Yeah. His ass was only fired because he was being ineffective the past 2 years. Sean Miller would have stuck around even with the allegations, I think. But he sucked. The team was getting worse, so it was like, fuck it. Got no reason to keep his ass. And then, I had Gonzaga over Baylor. Cheating, meh. Losing, hell no. Trust me. Anything but losing. You will keep your job as long as you're winning. Trust me. Trust me. I know as an LSU fan, I know better than anyone else that you will keep your job as long as you're winning. Yeah. TRUSTME. So yeah, then that championship game, which I actually did I did it live, I reacted live, my internet went out with 5 minutes to go in the game, so, did y'all really miss much of me reacting to the last 5 minutes of that fucking shit show? Yeah, unfortunately, my segues, they don't smell so great, I really need to start thinking about the cologne I use on them. Anyway. That championship game sucked. 9-0 run at the start of the game. Are you kidding me? Tatis is down? Wow. They called your team the Padres, and yet the only divine intervention you get is getting shat on consistently by the injury gods. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. What happened was, you have Baylor come out, get 9 points on the board, stop Gonzaga from scoring. Lady Luck was not on Gonzaga's side. You know, I guess further proving in the minds of Southern Baptists that God is only on the side of Southern Baptists. This joke brought to you by someone who's been doing research on Southern Baptists, but has not come across that. It's a person who lives in the Deep South. Trust me, you get these jokes. Even though I come from a really Catholic part of the Deep South. Hooray for Louisiana having too many Catholics. I can go on a long, long rant about the fact that we got too many of them. Not saying that Catholicism is a problem, but, like, it's an it's not a representation of the entire country, so you get this wrong interpretation of how the rest of the country is. Especially how the rest of the Deep South is. Even the rest of the state. Because, like, Northwest Louisiana ain't that Catholic. That's Southern Baptists. But that is a ramble for another time and another place. Because this game sucked. You know why I keep going off on tangents? Because I'd rather talk about anything else other than that boring-ass, stupid-ass game. I lost interest halfway through it. I knew they weren't going to win it. I knew the Bulldogs weren't going to win it. They're getting their asses handed to them. Couldn't hit a shot. Baylor kept hitting 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. The one thing they had going against them was foul trouble, and guess what? Gonzaga could not get their guys out. I need to eat gator. I haven't had it yet. I have not had it yet. Yet being the operative word, because I'm probably going to try it at some point, because it's on my list of things I need to do, which also includes such things as watch The Breakfast Club, because for some reason I've never seen it, and probably go to a game at Lambeau Field. That's also on the list. Oh, and the Rose Bowl. Luckily LSU has a game there next year, and I'm hoping to get tickets. Fingers crossed on if I can. California, you better fucking open up that stadium. I'm just saying. I want to go to your stupid fucking bowl with no shade that nobody likes. In Pasadena, where you have to wait, where it's 15 miles out and like 2 hours away from the main campus. Fucking traffic. But fuck it! No, I couldn't have anything normal. Did you know that UCLA has to go farther than USC to play its home games? And that when USC is the home team for the USC-UCLA game, because only one of them was real. Although SC LSU probably doesn't have Title IX problems like LSU. Hey, you know what? That's a good segue into talking about Title IX problems at LSU. Now that was maybe one of the best segues I've ever done. Me talking about it is only going to make it worse. No, because, boy, do we got some problems. Sharon Lewis has sued the university. Who is she, you might ask, and why did I sing it? The second question will never get an answer. The first question. She is the former assistant athletics director. She's suing this university. She's also suing Les Miles. She's suing those people. And it's like someone else for a bunch of money. Take a guess at how much money she is suing LSU et al. For. I ended the sentence with a preposition. I feel so horrible. Take a gander. How much money No. Not 6.9 million. No, much higher than that. Not in the 9 figures, but 8 figures. Closer. You'd be closer if you I'll just tell you. $50 million. It's $50 million. Why? Trauma. Because it was traumatic. 50 mil. Oh, I'll tell you this. It's always well, first of all, you need to understand. They always ask for a ton of money at the start. Always shoot high, aim as high as possible, and then it gets narrow down. Yeah, that's fun. So, we're under investigation. Now, the state legislature called on people to testify. 9 of them, a perfect number for a Title IX case, exactly 9 people, said no. They're not going to, especially after this. Basically, they're under legal thingy, and, they shouldn't testify. This was the best argument that the university had. Because, again, it's got no legs to stand on. Also, the Department of Education opened a second investigation into us. This time, they're seeking whether we failed to uphold Title IX, starting in, by the way, the 2018-19 school year. That means that the Darius Geis shit, that's all gone. He's gone from the school. It means that they're looking into the Drake Davis bullshit, and they're looking into everything. They're not just looking into athletics. Now, Coach O, by the way, he didn't testify, but he sent a letter. I'm not going to read the letter because I never read the letter, but it was basically bullshit. That's all that you need to know. Here's the thing. The Title IX bullshit goes farther than the athletics department. The original Hush Blackwell report also mentioned stuff in Greek life, which I've talked enough about. But guess what? We've now seen another. The Ag Center. LSU is fully Louisiana State University Agricultural and Mechanical college. Is Louisiana State University Agricultural and Mechanical. It's LSU A&M. It's weird. It's really weird. Obligatory fuck frats. Fuck frats. Moving on. But you gotta learn about this researcher. Because this is an article from the Reveille, the student newspaper, and the place I really wanted to write for this year, but didn't. Oh well. I'm going to read this article's header. Sexual misconduct allegations involving an Ag Center researcher who was disciplined in 2017 for allegedly stalking, harassing, and sexually assaulting a female graduate student emerged after the Daily Report uncovered details on the Title IX case. So the name of the person is Niranjan Baisak. He's an associate professor in the School of Plant, Environmental, and Soil Sciences. Because we have a really good agricultural program. You see, we're right on a river. It's kind of easy to do that. We got a lot of environment around us. We have a really beautiful campus. You should come down sometime. Oh, I need to show you a picture. You need to see this picture because it's fucking impressively bad. Where is it? It's somewhere. It's a picture of Tiger Stadium. Oh, come on. Come on, damn it. Where is it? It's there. I find the picture. No, it was LSU Tiger Stadium a couple nights ago. They lit it in teal in honor of Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Tiger Stadium. And some people took that with some issues. Because I don't know if you're aware, based on what I've been talking about, but we haven't done an exactly great job on making people aware of what sexual assault is. Or making the public at large aware of sexual assault with our football players and our everyone. And this fucking guy, speaking of this fucking guy, Bisock, in the police report, which was first obtained by the Daily Report, the victim accuses Bisock of allegedly entering her office, locking the door, and telling her about how everyone in the department was having immoral relationships. What the fuck? This gets crazier. His stuff got more inappropriate. The Ag Center launched their own internal Title IX investigation into the matter after the police report was filed, and then as a result of the investigation, Bisock's academic tenure was removed. LSU fans ran into WVU. You know, I was at the College World Series. I've been to the College World Series, and the people we were sitting next to, they were West Virginia fans. So, they played Sweet Caroline, and I got to, for the first time in my life, and hopefully not the only, I got to say the Eat Shit Pitt line with someone else. And it was glorious. Though I have no hatred towards Pitt, just for Matt Canada. Except for Matt Canada. You produced Matt Canada, and you gave him unto us, and that was the worst thing ever. Anyway, here's the thing. This guy was doing a lot of horrible shit. He was allowed to remain as a researcher at the Ag Center, but he was not allowed to have any graduate students work for him. In March 2020, what do you mean by you wish you kept Canada? He's with the Steelers now. It's an upgrade. No, it's not. In March 2020, Bisock was once again allowed to work directly with graduate research assistants, and his tenure was reinstated. The only reason he didn't sexually assault someone was because a goddamn pandemic happened. So I guess that's point one for that. I cannot put into words how little faith I have in this university to fix things. But then again, if the Department of Education's opening up a second inquiry, which, by the way, if you weren't aware, I think it was February or something, we were put under investigation for potential violations of the Clery Act. That involves safety practices, how you handle stuff, this, that, and the other thing. We are probably not going to get sanctioned by the NCAA because the federal government put sanctions on us first. I've never fucking hated something this much. Yeah, but Steelers fans hate former OC Randy Fitchner because Randy Fitchner was shit. Of course they hate him. I wonder why we hate our old shitty offensive coordinator. It's why I hate Matt Canada. But, yeah. Is that all I have to say on that shit? Yeah. So it's now 8:04 p.m. That can mean only one thing. It's time to open the floor for an AMA. Ask me whatever you want. We're going to be going until 8. Let's say however long this works for. Maybe 8:15, maybe 8:30. We'll see if the questions are good. God tier. There's a great place by my house called R&O's. That's a giveaway. Why isn't the size of the guy's heart and passion measured in the combine? Because the charts just aren't big enough, damn it! If Trey Lance goes in the first round, it's going to be him. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think so my first thing is, the biggest first round bust either has to have a shitload of potential or be in the top 10. If Trey Lance goes in the top 10, it's him. I think it's going to be him. I think if Trey Lance goes in the top 10, it's going to be him, or it's going to be Mac Jones. Mac Jones isn't going to live up to his potential. Well, actually, no. What fucking potential? He's an Alabama quarterback. He's a little bit better than A.J. McCarron. I don't know what the hell everyone sees in him. Yeah, Trey Lance is going to be a first rounder, but I mean if he goes in the top 10. Mac Jones is a decent quarterback who had god-tier talent around him. Put him in a situation where he has lesser talent. Honest to God, Jalen Waddle, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith are 3 really good wide receivers. Like, with Joe Burrow, you knew there was something special there. Because though he had all those wide receivers, so had Zach Mettenberger. The difference was Joe Burrow threw 61 touchdown passes. Just insane. I don't drink, sir. I don't. Don't plan on it, sir. Not a drinker. Trust me. I don't need to get intoxicated. I'm already enough of a nuisance without beer. It's like, trust me, I'm enough. The best sportscasters are alcoholics. Look, I don't want to be Marv Levy. All right? I didn't mention, actually, LSU gym team. They're kicking ass right now, kind of. They pissed me off. They made the finals. They made the Elite Eight. But fuck me if they didn't back into that. Oh my god. So first rotation of the first night of regionals, they take a 9-2 on floor routine, and that basically puts them in the fucking worst possible position, because you have to be in top 2 of that shit. Anyway, I'm not going to go into a long rant about gymnastics right now, because, yeah. Let's just say I'm an LSU fan. That's all. Just LSU sports. But I got into gym last year because, like, freaking, I was bored and I wanted to go to a meet. Also, they were giving away a bobblehead. This is not a joke. The only reason I went was because they were giving away a bobblehead, and I had no reason to not to go. No. And that's only, it's like, no, because I watch it for the sports. Mate, I'm not lying in my I'm not lying in my room with my freaking hand in my pants watching it. Number 1. And number 2, this is collegiate gymnastics. Alrighty? Jesus fucking Christ. If Davis Mills starts a fucking game in the NFL, it will be hilarious. I do think that Bucks need to think about a quarterback, because Blaine Gabbert is not the backup situation you want to have. Speaking of which, where is his ass? Yeah. Oh, good for him. I'm not. As you can tell, I'm just sitting here being a dipshit. Yeah, I would ask about that, but that's not my business. Good for you. Yeah. Again, I mean, look, I don't know who Davis Mills is. Good for that. Let's just dox the man, alright. I was like, let's dox the man already. Fuck it. As if I'm not the one who fucking basically told where he basically lived just by one restaurant. Man. We learn a lot about people here. The far-off year of 15,217. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind. Oh well. You do realize that I upload these to YouTube, right? And they have privacy policies. Aha. Well, yeah, you said he lived upstairs. Munkawa? I'm confused. What is this? Yes. I wonder why that is. Whacknom? Is it some sort of Twitch emote I'm too normie to understand? Are you having a stroke? Are you okay? Well, you clearly understand the trolling part. You've got that down squarely. What is BTTV? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's probably some sort of channel I'm not subscribed to. God damn it. How much does this chat cost? My goddamn life every week. I'm looking this up right now, then. What's my favorite shade of plaid? Plaid doesn't have shades, man. It's a combination. Oh my god. It's like asking what's your favorite color of rainbow. I've looked a little bit for an internship, trying to find one. Still gonna do this, cause, you know, I need to keep doing this for practice sake. Try and get my driver's license. There's a Steelers play. Are you shitting me? Man. Did y'all watch freaking, Clickbait Sports today? That was great. I couldn't believe it. How did Grassi not know? How did Grassi not know who picked off Brett Favre in the NFC Championship game? Now, do you know who picked off Brett Favre in the NFC Championship game on Brett Favre's final pass to the Packer? I know because of a specific little connection. I also know because it's one of the more famous plays in NFL history, so, like, you know, you should know these things. Darren Sharper was too busy being on the Vikings, I believe. This was a Giants player. Giants player picks him off 2007. NFC Championship game. No, not Ozzy Umenyiora. It's a defensive back. You're going to hit yourself in the head when you hear the name because you know it. It's a pretty well-known play. At least she could probably cover better than he would. No. The answer is Corey Webster. Former LSU Tiger, Corey Webster. That's how I know it. Corey Webster? Look him up. He was damn good. Corey, by the way. Webster. Pretty decent. Ward number, I think, 24. He was damn good for the Tigers. I think he was on the 07. I think he was on the 03 national championship team. He's a pretty good guy. One of the better defensive backs. Like, I think he was the guy who started that trend of LSU really becoming that DBU kind of thing. Mate, I've seen the play several times, and I know who Corey Webster's ass is. Look. His ass is plastered along outside the Tiger Stadium. No. I believe Michigan State is RDU. And if I tell you that the D is a doctor and that you would make the joke, then you can probably figure out what that R means. No, DBU is Dallas Baptist University. Come on, guys. Yeah, no. Ten out of 10. Well, actually, I mean, he did turn his life around because he got kicked off of LSU's football team in, like, 2012? He got kicked off because of, like, some shit that went down. I know you're making a Mike Vick joke. Anyway. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about that whole Michigan State is RDU. Currently, that's probably USC. Oh, it's RGU. Excuse me. RGU for USC specifically. Yeah. If you know what happened at USC, you'll understand what the R and the G are. I'll tell you this, it ain't right guard. Yeah. He's big about that. Big about also giving back a lot to... No. Do you know what happened at USC with the lawsuit? Are you aware of the lawsuit at USC? You didn't know that USC had a certain doctor have a thing where it was like an $800 million lawsuit? I don't get it. Yeah, it was similar except it wasn't like a team doctor. Very similar, very similar. It was 400 women, and it was $800 million. But it wasn't with children, it was with university students. Yeah. Why did I have to get into that? Oh, that! Oh, I didn't think of that. Okay, to be honest, out of context, I didn't think of that. Now I remember. Lori Loughlin. No, it's not Operation. Yeah, that was USC. That was Cal Berkeley. That was UCLA. That was Yale, I believe, had that. Which, what a shocker. What a shocker. The party school of the Ivies keeps fucking up. Go Crimson. It's the only time I will ever say go Crimson, because fuck the rest of that statement. Every college ever. You don't need to buy your way into LSU. Trust me, our acceptance rate's pretty fucking high. Like, our acceptance rate's in the 70s. It's seriously like 70-something%. We will let you in. Like, just... Our acceptance rate, I think, is 77%. No, probably. Fucking hell. I mean, the governor's son goes here. Like, a lot of people go here. State 22? Why is it so high? Because university is funded by state money, and this state doesn't have money that goes towards public education because it's a southern state and we don't put money towards education. It doesn't help that also a lot of the money that's tied up in the state's budget happens to be in oil revenue. Because we made that a thing in the 1960s, and that totally didn't backfire on us miserably. We're stupid. So, yeah, they get more people in. It's not a Ponzi scheme, but think of it in the same way of that's the only way they can make money. They get more people in. It doesn't matter if they have a high rate of retain. They don't need to retain students. They just need to get their money. Get in. That's all they need. Yeah, Florida pays well for that, and that's true. I'll tell you this. I have a friend who had the choice between a full ride to MIT and Yale. He chose MIT because he makes smart decisions, like not going to the party school of the Ivies. Fuck the Bulldogs. Tony Stark went to MIT. Yeah, but he was also, like, really smart and cool and stuff. Except you're not supposed to like it. Problem with the MCU. They made Tony Stark likable, and he's not meant to be. He is specifically designed to be the most unlikable hero in the world. As in, he was created that way because Stan Lee bet someone that he could do it. And it worked. I think Tony Stark should have been more of a dick. In the first movie, he should have been nearly unlikable. By the end of it, you should have made him more likable. Note, I have not seen this movie, but I can tell you, if the second movie, like, you can tell clearly from the scenes I've seen, because I've seen clips, and it's like, this guy's too likable. Though I will say, casting Robert Downey Jr. was definitely a smart move. They hate Brie Larson just because they bring up repressed fantasies about wanting her. Let's be honest. Fight me on that statement. Half of that is true. Alrighty? Like, fight me on the fact that part of that hate just comes from guys who cannot stand the fact that, like, yeah. Yeah. You know, Hawkeye's pretty cool. He may or may not have gone, like, the guy who plays him, he may or may not have gone to LSU. And, like, his kids may or may not be going to my high school right now. Like, seriously, it's just a thing. Oh, yeah, that's the point we're trying to make here. It's like, I think genuinely there are a substantial portion of people who just don't like her because it's like, Renner? Who? Oh, no! Fuck. Who's the other guy? It's not Hawkeye, it's the other guy. It's not Jeremy Renner, I don't think. It's the other guy. I don't remember. I don't watch Marvel movies. I don't have Disney Plus. It's the other guy. It's Hawkeye and the other dude. I think it's the other dude. No, I'm sorry. Wait, I'm confused. Hawkeye and... Fuck. No, it is... I'm confused. Oh, wait. Falcon? It's Falcon. Excuse me, it's Falcon. I'm an idiot. It's Falcon. It's the guy who plays... It's Anthony Mackie. That's his name. Anthony Mackie's his name. Yeah. But yeah. It is 8:27, so I will take one last question, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Airboats. I don't really have any. I need a real question there. I don't know what the hell an airboat is, really. I don't have thoughts on airboats. That's my answer. I don't have any. I don't think about them. They're not an integral part. Sea cars, on the other hand, I have actually thought about them. Interesting concept of the car that can turn into a boat. I actually think that's a really cool concept. Lyndon Baines Johnson used to drive off the road and scare people with it. Oh, hovercrafts. Airboats, hovercraft. I've heard of them as a hovercraft. I've never been on one. I don't like to go deep into the marshy swamp because I sweat a lot. One might say I sweat like a pig, but pigs don't have sweat glands, so that's impossible. No, I sweat like apparently somebody turned on a shower in my entirety, in my whole sweat glands. Yeah, they are. Yeah, no shit, there's a giant fucking fan behind you. I'd expect them to be a bit loud. Mate, you cannot. Yeah, no. I mean, have you not heard me this entire night? I am not pulling back. I'm not trying to sound professional here. This shit is as casual as it gets. This is how I talk normally. I don't give a damn what anybody else thinks. I'm gonna say my shit. I don't care what you think. I got my opinions here. This is my place to voice them with people so I can finally get some shit going. I mean, why the hell do I live in Louisiana? Man, I was born here, and also, screw it. I was like, first of all, I was born here, and second of all, it is not by choice that I sweat so damn much. It is by the circumstances of my own fatness. What the fuck? Look, man. Sometimes you look at the humidity outside and you look at my body and it's like, oh, there it is. watched sports talk where this ends up being, like, just the most random shit ever? Like, even the Pat McAfee show will do that. We're talking about shit. But we mainly try and stick to sports here, except when, you know, DPJ throws it off the wheel, the fucking hell, wheels. The AMA is the best part, but it's gotta take a while, because I always have a lot of other things I want to talk about, and then we get to this shit. No, that's true, but I was never all about sports even when I was a person. That implies I'm not a person anymore. What the fuck? I am losing it, man. It's 8:31. What even hoop? I'm not even gonna ask. Because we gotta end this bullshit right now. Because it's 8:30 and I gotta go play some Among Us with friends. So. Not a person. That's right. I am not a person. I am mystery. Yes. Yeah, I could tell based on the everything. So, let's get this over with. This was fun. The draft is in 3 weeks. Woohoo! Man, I gotta set up something for that. Because... yeah, I've heard of making a hoop for a barrel. Hey, that's gotta be a tough job, though. I couldn't make a circle if I tried. Yes, the draft. I will probably make a Discord server for that. Maybe make a call for that. If people are interested in that. I might do that next week. Why do you keep shilling them so much? Do you work for them? I'm waiting to hear if you... you just enjoyed the game. I feel that. Yeah. It seems like you just keep shilling them. But I'll do that. I'll do that live next week. How about that? We do that live next week. I'll put that on the docket. We do that live next week. Yep, that's in the docket. So, yeah. That's gonna do it. Yeah. That's gonna do it for this. Thank y'all for coming out. Be here again, same time next week. This was fun. If you want to find me on Twitter, I don't know why the hell you'd want to do that, but you can find me at capital BEN. Capital S, capital L, capital A, capital S, PORTS. It's also linked in the About page if you want to follow me, because me saying it out loud is impossible for some people, and that's fine. Yeah, it really might happen. This is good. So, yeah, you can find the YouTube page. That's also linked. You can find the archives of everything that I've streamed, including the national championship game. That was kind of boring because the game sucked, but still, if you want to find it, you can find it. Yeah. You'll find it, and then you'll probably want to follow. I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this. I have been Ben Schluter. This has been Go Live. And until next time, bye-bye.